As the sun rises from the mountains of Mpumalanga, South Africa rises with strength and hope for a better future and improved socio-economic climate. This is why a census is critical in playing a role in advancing the aspirations of the majority of South Africans. In 2022, South Africa conducted its fourth population census since 1996. A painstaking undertaking, the census provides a true reflection of the country's socio-economic dynamics, its growth, and its development trajectory over time.
Since 1994, we have had 4 population and housing censuses in South Africa. One in 1996, then in 2001, followed by the 2011 one. And indeed, this census that we conducted in February 2022. The scale of a census is incomparable to any other project in the country, and consequently, detailed and accurate planning and testing is essential to effectively execute such a project. We set out to count everyone within the borders of South Africa without omission or duplication.
People of Newcastle and all other villages, townships, and towns in KwaZulu-Natal were counted. Communities across the province of Mpumalanga were counted. The Basotho people of Putadichaba and the entire province of the Free State were counted. Nwanzeku and the entire province of Limpopo were counted during the census. Mthatha in the Eastern Cape, including Komani, and the entire province participated in the census and were successfully counted. The people of Pampierstad and the rest of the Northern Cape were counted. Western Cape and its citizens were counted. Sandton and the rest of Gauteng were counted. And the people of Dinokana and the rest of the Northwest Province were counted.
This turned out to be one of the toughest challenges due to the complexities in the environment, including COVID-19 and how load shedding impacted on some of our processes. Indeed, I can't overstate the importance of a census for the country. Census 2022 data provides insights on living conditions of South Africans in terms of the number of households, average household sizes, and the type of dwelling structures they live in, as well as access to water, availability of essential services and facilities, as well as access to internet. This information is critical in understanding and addressing development challenges at all levels of geography and community.
As the world enters the fourth industrial revolution, Census 2022 became South Africa's first successful digital population count. A multi-mode data collection approach was adopted and used in the collection of information from respondents. These were face-to-face interviews, telephonic interviews, as well as computer-assisted web interviews. Close to 100,000 field workers were brought on board to administer the census questionnaire. A multi-mode data collection method became an advantage in conducting the census in the COVID-19 pandemic space as strict regulations had been introduced. Censuses provide reliable data at various levels of planning. Information collected during the census process plays a critical role in planning at the national, provincial, and municipal levels by providing policymakers with the information required to formulate rational policies and implement service delivery.
For the next 10 years, this information is going to be important for all our data users. Here I'm talking about our stakeholders in the 3 spheres of government in the form of policymakers, and indeed development partners, civil society organizations, the private sector, researchers, and the general public. In closing, I would like to thank each and everyone who made Census 2022 a success. Our field staff, Census Project Management team, the post-enumeration team, as well as members of civil society who opened their doors to be counted. I must emphasize that our biggest thumbs goes to members of civil society, because without them we would not have been successful. I thank you. Ngiyabonga. Enkosi. Danki. Ndihela kwami.